Before it ever moved, most people thought this locomotive would fail. Engineers looked at it and said it was too big and too powerful. They believed its own strength would destroy it. The weight, the pressure, the force, everything about it seemed dangerous. Many were sure it would break apart the moment it was tested. In the late 1960s, the Union Pacific Railroad faced a unique challenge. Their transcontinental main line across the American West was long, with gradual but relentless grades, demanding immense power to move ever-growing freight trains quickly. They needed something revolutionary, an engine that could pull more, faster, and with fewer units. Traditional locomotive setups required multiple engines coupled together, which complicated control and maintenance. The solution proposed by Electro-Motive Division, or EMD, was unlike anything seen before, the DDA40X. It wasn't just big, it was a beast, designed to be the largest and most powerful diesel-electric locomotive in the world at the time. The X in its name stood for experimental, a fitting designation for such an audacious project. Essentially, EMD engineers took two complete GP42 locomotive prime movers, generators, and control systems, and mounted them onto a single, massive 98-foot-long frame. This resulted in a locomotive with 8 axles, each individually powered, delivering an incredible 6,600 horsepower. To put that in perspective, many standard freight locomotives of the era produced around 3,000 to 4,000 horsepower. The DDA40X was like two locomotives rolled into one, but with the added benefits of unified control and a single crew. It was a bold step, a dramatic departure from conventional locomotive design. However, with such groundbreaking innovation came significant skepticism. Many engineers and railway veterans looked at the sheer length and complexity of the DDA40X and saw a recipe for disaster. The concern wasn't just about its immense power, but how that power would be harnessed and whether the single, enormous frame could withstand the incredible forces it would generate. Doubts were voiced about the stresses on the frame itself, the bogies, and the sheer number of moving parts. Some predicted that the locomotive would literally twist itself apart under the strain of pulling heavy trains through curves and over variable terrain. There were worries about excessive wheel slip, the difficulty of maintaining such a complex machine, and even its ability to navigate tight curves without damaging the track or itself. The articulation of two power plants on one frame was a particularly contentious point. Critics argued that the vibrations and immense torque from two powerful diesel engines operating in tandem on a single chassis would lead to premature fatigue and structural failure. The weight, at over 270 tons, was also a factor, leading some to believe it would be too hard on the tracks and infrastructure. Every aspect of its unprecedented scale seemed to invite dire predictions, painting a picture of an ambitious project doomed to self-destruction. The railway community watched, some with anticipation, many more with apprehension, wondering if Union Pacific's massive gamble would pay off or end in spectacular failure. Despite the widespread doubts, Union Pacific and EMD pressed ahead. The DDA40X was not just a powerful engine, it was also designed with some advanced features for its time. It incorporated modular electronic controls, making it easier to diagnose problems, and some of the earliest forms of dynamic braking for better control on downgrades. The first unit was delivered in 1969, just in time for the 100th anniversary of the driving of the Golden Spike, which completed the first transcontinental railroad. Union Pacific eventually acquired 47 of these magnificent machines, numbered 6900 through 6946. These locomotives became the backbone of Union Pacific's high-speed freight operations, often operating in pairs or even threes, hauling incredibly long and heavy trains across the vast distances of their network. Their immense power allowed for faster schedules and more efficient operations, reducing the number of locomotives needed per train and thereby cutting down on crew costs. The Centennials were not just brute force. They were a testament to engineering courage, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible in locomotive design. They were built for a specific purpose, to conquer the challenges of the American West, and they were designed to do it quickly and efficiently. The true test of the DDA40X's resilience and power came on a momentous day that silenced its harshest critics. It was not just about pulling a heavy train, it was about pulling the heaviest train ever recorded in North America by a single locomotive type up to that point. While official records and specific dates can sometimes be elusive for such operational feats, Union Pacific locomotives were regularly tasked with hauling trains that dwarfed others on the continent. One of the most famous instances, though often cited as anecdotal, involved a single DDA40X pulling a coal train reportedly weighing over 30,000 tons. While the exact date of this specific event is debated, Union Pacific did routinely operate trains exceeding 20,000 tons with their Centennials during their heyday. These coal trains, often stretching for miles, were a staggering sight, carrying thousands upon thousands of tons of raw material across hundreds of miles. The DDA40X, operating either singly or in multiples, consistently handled these immense loads, often at speeds unthinkable for such weight. The fact that these locomotives performed day in and day out, not only pulling these monstrous trains but doing so reliably and efficiently, was the ultimate rebuttal to the initial predictions of self-destruction. The Centennials didn't crumble, they dominated. They demonstrated a structural integrity and a robust design that defied the pessimistic forecast, proving that EMD's ambitious engineering had indeed paid off. This wasn't just a one-off stunt. It was a testament to their sustained performance under extreme conditions. The DDA40X locomotives continued to serve Union Pacific faithfully for many years, primarily through the 1970s. They were workhorses, logging hundreds of thousands of miles and proving their worth in the challenging environments of the western United States. Their high horsepower and reliability made them invaluable for keeping freight moving swiftly across the vast distances between major hubs. While they were eventually retired from active service in the early 1980s, largely due to rising fuel costs and the introduction of newer, more fuel-efficient designs, their impact on railroad technology was undeniable. They paved the way for future generations of high horsepower, single-unit locomotives, and demonstrated the viability of combining multiple prime movers on a single chassis for maximum tractive effort. The Centennials show that ambitious engineering, even when met with skepticism, could lead to extraordinary results. They proved that a massive, powerful locomotive could be designed not just to function, but to excel under extreme stress, without tearing itself apart. Their operational life was a continuous refutation of the early doubts, a testament to robust design and the relentless pursuit of railway efficiency. Today, many of the DDA40X locomotives have been preserved, standing as proud monuments to a daring era of locomotive design. Union Pacific, in particular, maintains one, DDA40X number 6936, in operational condition for special events and excursions, allowing new generations to witness the sheer scale and power of these legendary machines. Their continued existence, decades after their retirement, speaks volumes about their quality and the enduring fascination they hold for train enthusiasts and historians alike. The story of the DDA40X is a powerful reminder that sometimes the biggest gambles yield the most impressive triumphs. The EMD DDA40X Centennial stands as a monumental achievement in locomotive engineering, a machine that boldly pushed the boundaries of power and size. It arrived amidst a chorus of skepticism, with many predicting its enormous frame and dual power plants would lead to inevitable self-destruction. Yet the Centennials defied every expectation, proving their critics wrong not just through sheer existence, but by consistently hauling some of the heaviest trains ever to traverse North America. Their legacy is one of endurance, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges in rail transport. If you found this journey into the history of the legendary DDA40X as fascinating as we did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories from the world of trains and engineering marvels. And tell us in the comments below, what's your favorite powerful locomotive from railway history?